Hey, welcome back, guys. All right, so Libras, I did a pre-shuffle for you guys out of the Deep Dark Dangerous Oracle. Um, I'll see if I can link that deck for you, tag the product for you so you can find it. But this card that we ended up with was the Myrmidons. So this is about like personal self-discipline. The storyline that surrounds this, we will start out with a little bit of mythology here, is that the Myrmidon were these ant-like um, fighting army force, and they followed Achilles into the Battle of Troy. Now, their origin stories, and of course, with Greek mythology, there's lots of different origin stories, but among them is that they were essentially originating from a Greek island called Aegina, and this was named after one of Zeus's lovers, who his wife Hera became very jealous and upset that Zeus had yet another lover, and she, in her wrath, had set upon to destroy the inhabitants of this city, and well, of this island. And Zeus decides to help protect the inhabitants after the king and his son implore Zeus to assist them. And so he kind of helps transform the citizens into these very hardy, very fierce, very powerful individuals. And that is where the Myrmidons began. And from there, we see them throughout other mythical tales, and obviously playing a major role in the Battle of Troy. So just as a side note, I mean, the discipline, the tenacity, the power is shown through this card with the Myrmidons. So we'll keep that in mind. I don't know if Libra is right now pushing on through with this fortitude to get through. So, Nine of Swords. So if Libra is going through a time of great stress, it could be that they are needing to pull on their inner Myrmidon, this fighting spirit, and this tenacity, and I can get through this. I'm stressing, but I can get through this. What is this about? We have a Four of Wands, which should be joyful. It should be wonderful, heart-centered, love-centered. I mean, the Four of Wands is full on marriage. We have a Page of Cups. Okay, either we have this story going one of two directions. Either it is that Libra is going to have to work through a huge amount of stress, that if they are about to receive a letter, they might be like, I don't even want to open it. I don't want to open it. I don't think I want to have to read this. This could be an apology coming in from an ex. This could be, it's like they somehow already know. I'm picturing somebody's hand trembling as they see this letter with a little heart on it. And it's like, I haven't even opened it yet, but if they're writing me, this is somebody that once upon a time I loved, or I thought I was going to marry, and they're either writing me to tell me that they're sorry or asking me to give them a second chance, and I am sick to my stomach over what this message is going to say when I open it. Or it is Libra who is trembling and I've got to send this message to this person that I love. I am really nervous to do it. So let's see. It could go either direction, of course. Well, we have the sun. Everything's going to get clear. Everything is going to be laid out. By the way, just because we see a gigantic iguana here, immediately I'm just thinking of the iguanas that I saw when I was down in Mexico at Chichen Itza. So I don't know if that's a location, a place. Knight of Wands in the reverse again with our iguana. We've got this is we're not playing. This is somebody going to lay out everything. This letter contains something that lays out in very clear language. Here's my offer. Here's what I needed to say. Here's what I mean. This letter will not leave any obscurities or anything that will not be crystal clear about whether if they're offering love, they're offering their heart forever. If this is a letter that's going to explain some kind of apology, some promise, I'm not a player, I'll never be a player again, whatever this is, it's about complete transparency. And this is not a changeable offer that is coming in. This is somebody is laying their heart on the line in this, it's seemingly a letter or an expression. The pages are messengers. Tell me specifically about the letter itself. The Hanged Man. This has been something somebody's been petrified to send for a long time, possibly coming in from a Pisces. Can we get clarity, or at least help me decide which direction to read this story. Because I don't know right now, is it Libra sending this letter? All we can see is it seems to be a divine masculine has delayed sending this. And it is about love and marriage. But it seems like we have a feminine stressed out about receiving this message, not knowing what it's going to contain, but knowing that they're going to have to deal with it. So can I get any clarity on who is Libra in this equation? Are they the one sending? Knight of Swords. Okay, so in this storyline, Libra is the one who is impulsively sending the message. Please know we can always flip the energy, but for me right now, so I can just read it in one linear fashion, we're going to say, for the case of this, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy having this impulsive action, and they're the ones sending this letter. Why is the person receiving this letter so, like palms sweaty, mom spaghetti? We got the Fool 2.0 because they know that it's going to impact the rest of their life, and they don't want to make an impulsive decision about how they react or respond. Maybe their heart is like, I just want to leap into Libra's arms. I want to say, yes, I want you too, Libra. Or maybe they're afraid that they will impulsively like shut down and make the wrong decision. Now we can see why the Myrmidon energy is so important. It's about self-discipline, especially in the face of something that like emotionally rattles us, makes us, I'm picturing somebody who's sitting there afraid to like open the email, afraid to open the letter, because they're like, oh my God, like my hands are, sorry, I keep going to that Eminem song. Hands sweaty, palms sweaty, mom spaghetti thing. We got a King of Wands. It's partly because the character receiving the letter, who by the way could be an Aries or a Leo, Sag, Aries, part of them is like hoping that it's a love letter, hoping it's this big proclamation, maybe petrified that it's not, hoping that they don't make a fool of themselves. And, it's all about like trying to manage expectations. So there's a lot of stress surrounding this message. I got to say, in this storyline, is the message really being sent and in somebody's hands, or is this like what they're picturing? Death card, 9 of Cups. I could still almost see this two ways. I could see this as somebody who is trying to, walk themselves through, like, I need to quit wishing that this would happen. I need to quit wishing that Libra would one day reach out to me. I've got to let this go. I've got to quit wishing for this. The idea of it ever coming in makes me, sweat. If Libra came in and said that they loved me, I got to quit wishing for this, even though it would be my wish come true. Why are they thinking that they got to quit wishing for this? King of Pentacles. It's almost like somebody is saying, if Libra hasn't like said that they wanted me, then I should probably move on. Is this somebody who's trying to get over Libra and forget and talk themselves through like this fear that they've had about what they would do if Libra did say this, but if Libra never does, I need to get on with it. I need to let go of this. I need to quit hoping for this. Why is it seeming that they believe Libra is the one who would need to reach out to them? We have 5 of Swords. I don't know. I mean, this could have ended badly. It could be that, obviously this housewife or whatever, she doesn't have to be a housewife, but it looks like 1950s, cartoon-esque housewife who's sweeping a mouse out of the kitchen. I'm not trying to push stereotypes. I'm just saying the artwork is decidedly, kind of something we're familiar with. It feels like somebody swept the other person out. Maybe they feel like Libra swept them out. Like, nope, don't want you, not going to play house with you. Maybe they had a fight with Libra, but they feel like Libra is the one who closed the chapter on them. So they're wondering, oh my God, is Libra ever going to reach out to me? Oh, if they did, if they came in and said that they loved me. Is that a long shot for them to be thinking this? 7 of Wands, High Priestess. You know what's crazy? And I know this sounds like kind of a rude storyline, but it is what it is. It's weird because I almost think that this is like Libra saying, no thanks. Yeah, no thanks. From time to time, yes, I know this person thinks a lot about me. And I'm like, please don't reach out again. I don't think Libra wants to reach out to this person. I think that they are imagining if Libra did, this is how it would happen. But Libra is picking up on a vibe that this person kind of like either thinks very heavily about them, sends out the vibes, and it's like they already know that this person imagines Libra trying to come back into them. And Libra's like, yeah, no, thank you. That's never going to happen. I can't tell. Libra is sometimes depicted here as a masculine and sometimes as a feminine. I don't see Libra making any moves. In fact, Libra does not want to deal with this person anymore. So it's weird that there's so much of this, them kind of basically stressing themselves up and winding themselves up over the could have, would haves, and this fantasy of this letter that's going to come in. But now it looks like that's not even a little bit possible that it's going to happen. Let me ask the reverse. Are they about to send one last message to Libra? Is that what we're going to boil down to? Are they gearing themselves up to say, okay, if Libra's never sent a message to me, but I keep envisioning that it's almost like they feel like this is supposed to happen, like a love letter is supposed to come in, but is it that they're actually trying to get themselves wound up enough to send the letter themselves to Libra? Is that, because I can't see this as Libra doing anything. But they were envisioning all of this. This is kind of a perplexing story because they have focused so heavily on how it would be if Libra did this, but now we see Libra's not doing this, but they've like pictured it. So is it them who's going to actually wind up doing the thing that they've been fantasizing about Libra doing? Nine of Pentacles. I don't know. It might just be their happy space. They might feel really good about the fantasy of like, I know that Libra cares about me. I can picture all this and they really love me. And Ace of Swords. No, this looks like at some point in time because this could be somebody, to put it simply, who's kind of like telling themselves a fantasy. Libra loves me. Libra's going to write to me at some point in time. Otherwise, at some point when I've built the fantasy enough for myself, I will probably go ahead and send them a message. But a few minutes ago, they said that they were working on like, okay, if I still haven't heard from Libra, I really should let this go. But then it seems like they go right back into the fantasy of, no, Libra's going to reach out to me. Or no, maybe I'll reach out to Libra. I know they love me. It's like they tell themselves a happy story again and again. Please remember, you guys, these are fictional stories about fictional characters. This is a very perplexing one because we're seeing somebody go through a thought process. Our fictional character is going through this huge thought process about what they believe is supposed to happen, but really it's what they want to have happen. Even as they lie to themselves and say, oh, it's time I let this go. But then they go right back into the cycle of believing it even more so than before. And then eventually they feel good when they imagine this happening, but eventually it seems like it's going to be them reaching out to Libra. And I think that's why we see Libra going, no, I'm good. I know I'll hear from them again, but I'm not interested. Is that 100% true? Can we just, let's change decks. Is that 100% true? Does Libra really not want to hear from them? Because I don't know why Libra's still connected to them. We have a Two of Swords. If anything, that maybe answers a question. I'm like, how come Libra even still has them with that High Priestess connection? And it says, well, Libra might be trying to block the energetic cord. They might, with that scissors open and they're ready to like snip the energetic cord. Why has Libra not been able to do so? The Death card is here. This says, I'm transforming. I have been able to. But this could be that this relationship, here's our Libra Taurus. It could be that having gone through this with this person, even if Libra doesn't want to admit it, having dealt with somebody like this, because for better or worse, let me put it this way. I'm not saying that there's not a ton of fantasy going on in this person's head, right? But they have focused on Libra for so much, for so long. I mean, like the Libra's name like pulsates through their veins, for God's sakes. That energy of somebody actually, say it, they're very focused. Like Libra is the person that has such a big impact on them. They have such an energetic thought process about Libra. Libra has been the focal point of this person's world. And that flow of like that constant feeding of energy that is kind of appreciative, right? Because they actually have always wanted to be with Libra. I'm not saying they're, like in a great space, or that they should be able to be with Libra, or that they would make Libra happy. But let's just say they do obviously think many, many fond thoughts of Libra. And that energy flow that has been coming at Libra has perhaps been impacting Libra, even in ways that have been helping Libra to change and transform and become more of an empress, more of like, I'm not saying that Libra is like getting off on the fact that this person can't get over them, but to a mild degree, or in a very like basic, blunt way, I guess I could say that, but it's just, that's not quite what I mean. But I will say that the energetic cord, Libra either hasn't successfully cut, they've blocked, but they haven't cut it. And it has something to do with the fact that it's because this person's energy has been impacting Libra, but in a positive way, like kind of like lifting Libra. So in some ways, their desire for Libra has actually been improving something in Libra at a very like subconscious level. Ace of Swords, maybe Libra does know it. The only thing here is that it kind of looks like at some point Libra will go ahead and cut this off, or at some point Libra might actually just come at some point Libra might come full circle. Is Libra someday going to be asking for their attention? What? This can't be that Libra's coming full circle and is eventually going to call out to them. Is it? The Hierophant. I don't know. This could just be that all of these energies that have been slowly but surely like lifting Libra, maybe it's just going to help Libra choose a really good partner next time. Every person that we're ever involved with, we're going to learn something from. We're going to learn something about ourselves. We're going to like chew on the experience, and eventually, and maybe it takes a long time to assimilate the full experience, but certain things maybe help us to become a better person, make us feel more confident in ourselves, make us know that we are really lovable. Even if this person has been like kind of obsessed, wishing that Libra was still theirs, maybe subconsciously that is kind of giving Libra a little bit of like soul food. Like, I do know that sometimes people fall in love with you and they don't fall back out of love with you. They'll always still want you. Maybe Libra kind of needed to know some of that, as strange as this storyline sounds, because it's actually helping Libra to believe in long-term positive commitments. We got a 9 of Swords there, though. Give me one more on that. Where's that? Queen of Cups. It's weird, though, because it's almost like they're always going to be just a little bit worried that, I'm going to choose somebody else. I'm going to have a successful long-term marriage, but is that other person from the past still going to always want to give me their heart? I don't think Libra has to worry about that, because they don't have to receive anything. But we did kind of hint that someday that person was going to try reaching out to them, or at least they kind of hinted at that. With the Knight of Swords here, though, honestly, everything could take a left turn. This energetic bond that still exists right now is maybe over time going to dissipate. This person might be about to impulsively reach out to Libra. They might write something and then decide to delete it. If somebody swallows their sword. If they are going to someday write something out, I don't think they're ever going to send it. I think that this energetic bond will eventually diminish. What I'm picturing right now is an umbilical cord. When a baby's born and you cut the umbilical cord, and then after a while, the little chunk that was still on their belly button shrivels and falls off, and then they have just a nice little belly button. I feel like that's what we're going through in this story. Okay, weird one, I know, Libra, but that's not unusual for the Libra stories. But this person loves Libra, probably always will, but in a small way. It kind of is boosting something for Libra, but Libra's going to end up very happy with somebody else. All right, you guys, take care.